Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect, and brothers that will well, man. Today in this lesson, we're basically going over how, we hate, 2/3 of the black woman, man. We ultimately hate 2/3 of the black woman, especially me. I hate 2/3 of the black woman, man. And God hates 2/3 of the black woman, because ultimately in these times, man, you black women are going out of control, man. Thinking that you can run this shit, being whores, being sluts, talking back to a man, thinking you're above to man, and shit, thinking that you're God, and you simp niggas out here, are gonna be judged too, man. You niggas are gonna be judged horrifically, man. Due to being simps, man, trying to say the black woman is God, man. The black woman is not God, man. Because technically, if you go into the word God, it's a masculine term. And first of all, man, how I've never heard of a God sinning before, man. I've never heard of a God sinning before. Because ultimately, man, the woman came the beginning of all sin, man. Because if Eve never ate that, that fruit, never ate that philosophy, we wouldn't be in the predicament that we're in right now. We would have still been gods. We never would have been sick. We never would have been tired. We never would have been through the troubles of the flesh right now if Eve never, bit the forbidden fruit, man. Which is, knowledge, man. Philosophy, wicked philosophy. She consumed wicked philosophy, man. And this is spiritual because this is what women do right now, man. You see black woman, man. You see Esau's Edom's sidekick, man. The serpent's sidekick is ultimately, man, Eve, man. Eve has always been close with the serpent, man. And Eve is not to be trusted, man. 2/3 of these Eves out here are not to be trusted, man. And let's get into that precept, man. Because, man, ultimately, man, you women are the cause of this, man. You are the cause, you are the fall of man at the end of the day, man. You go to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26. Alright. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25. Alright, let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 24. This book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 24, chapter 25 and 24, and it reads, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died," man. So at the end of the day, man, the woman was the beginning of sin. So how could she be God? Gods don't sin, man. Gods don't sin. And through her we all died. So ultimately, through her we all died, man. The predicaments, all the hells that we're catching right now is because of the damn woman, man. Eve, man. And I got inspiration to do this lesson, man. That the last night, the spirit went on me to, confound, these two wicked Eves, man. In this simp ass nigga, man. And of course it was the black woman, man. The black woman talking about, equality, talking about equality and shit. No, man. The Lord, in the scriptures did not say women and men are equal, man. The scripture says that, the man is above the woman, man. And ultimately the woman, is of the man, and the man is not of the woman, man. So ultimately you women came from us, man. I was basically debating with them about that, man. And I can see the true spirit, man, of the black woman, man. This is why the black woman's cursed, man. And we're gonna get into that too, man. But yeah, I'm arguing with these two, Jezebels, man. Over the scriptures. I wasn't even really using the scriptures like that. Because ultimately, you gotta be on your Clark Kent, man. You can't just be quick to, put out the scriptures. Ultimately, I was using other facts, man. I went into the definition, of the word woman, man. The word woman means servant, man. So you women are supposed to serve the man, man. You women is not God, man. You're meant to be a servant to man. You're supposed to take care of us. We're supposed to listen to everything that we do, man. Because ultimately you came from us, man. Eve came from Adam, man. And there's no such thing as equality according to the Bible. Maybe in this society, this wicked ass society, but not in the Bible, man. God is against, that, man. And the Lord, is only dealing with man at the end of the day. Let's get that precept. The Lord is not dealing with you black women, especially black women trying to teach, man. Flowing through the spirit, man. Find this precept on my computer. Yeah, man, but at the end of the day, the Lord, only deals with the man. The Lord is not dealing with you women on a level, man. You women are not supposed to teach. You women are supposed to be in silence, man. You see these black women out here, trying to teach and all that. And when I got into the argument with one of them, they were, trying to say, oh, why can't the woman, teach about God? Because the Lord is not dealing with y'all, man. Yeah, man. Let's get into that, man, real quick, man. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, starting at the 9th verse, man. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 9. And it reads, in like matter, and in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. So you women are supposed to be, in modest apparel, man. You're not supposed to be wearing, body suits, booty shorts out here, see-through leggings and shit, man. You're not supposed to wear that. You're supposed to wear modest apparel, man. And you women are not supposed to wear pants. You're not supposed to wear anything that pertains onto a man. With shamefacedness and sobriety, man. So you women are supposed to be shamefaced, man. You can't be out here thinking you're above the man, and all that, man. Women have to be in subjection to the man. You gotta be shamefaced, man. You gotta be humble in sobriety, man. So you women can't be, you women gotta be sober, not only physically, but also mentally. Meaning that you're not supposed to be drunken with other philosophies, man, of this world. You women, and also you women not supposed to be out here getting drunk and high and shit, man. Partying all night and shit. No, man. And not with braided hair, man. So you're not supposed to have braided hair. You see these women out here, especially the black woman, loves to flat iron their hair, man. You're not supposed to do that, man. Or gold or pearls or costly array, man. Yeah, man. And verse 10. But which becometh woman prophesying godliness with good works, man. So ultimately, if you're truly a woman, if you're being a woman of the Lord, you got to perform godliness, man. With good works according to the scriptures, Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, man. So you women are supposed to learn in silence with all subjection. You're not supposed to be out here trying to argue with a dude, man. God said you have to be quiet, man. So you women cannot be teaching out here, man. You're supposed to be quiet and listen, man. In verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence, man. So at the end of the day, You know, the Lord did not suffer you women to teach the scriptures, man. You know, nor to assert authority over the man. So you women cannot have authority over the man, man. You know, you down here, we up here, man. You know, as the scriptures have said, man. You know, so ultimately, you women are not supposed to teach. All you black women who trying to teach on YouTube, you know, and all that, you women in general, you guys will be put to death, man, because you're breaking the laws, man. You know, it's a law for a woman not to teach, man. In verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, Adam was first formed, man. So how can you try to receive authority over someone, you know, that was made before you? That makes no sense, man. You know, that makes no sense, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you women came from us. You know, if you go into the word woman, you see it still has man in it. You know, you see one man. You know, you coming from the man. You know, that means you came from the man, technically, man. Verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression, man. So at the end of the day, Adam, representing the man, was not deceived, man. You women was deceived. You know, Eve was deceived, man. You know, so ultimately, you women are easy, you know, are very, you know, agile, you know, very, prone to being deceived, because ultimately you think with emotion and not logic, man. So why would God put you in authority if you can't even be trusted, man? You know, you can't even be trusted. In verse 14, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, you know, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, man. So the only way you women are going to be saved, you know, is by serving your husband and being a good wife, man. You know, and ultimately you're going to be saved in childbearing, because ultimately the elect men are going to need women to ultimately repopulate, you know, the 2/3, man, the 2/3, you know, the rest of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. You know, but only way you're going to be saved if you continue in faith, charity, and holiness with sobriety, man. So at the end of the day, you got to make sure, you know, you continue in faith. In faith, you know, faith without works is dead. So you have to continue to rehearse the righteous acts that a woman was commanded to do, man. You know, and at the end of the day, women are not above the man. You have to be subjection unto the man. You know, and now let's go to the book of Proverbs, man. Let's go to the book of not Salah. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy. Yeah, we'll get into Proverbs after. But let's go to the book of 1 Timothy. Now let's go to the book of 1 Timothy. You know, this is what you women are supposed to do, man. You know, this is what you women do. You know, let's go to the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 11. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have began to wax wanton against Christ, they will marry. You know, so at the end of the day, the younger women refuse, for they begin to walk wanton against the Christ, man, against the Lord, meaning that these women are starting to become prideful, you know, and they will marry, you know, meaning they will have sex. In verse 12, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith, man. So the reason why they're having damnation is because, you know, when it says cast off their first faith, that's talking about your husband, because ultimately a woman's husband is the person that she ultimately first had intercourse with, because marriage, according to the Bible, is sex, man. So the first, you know, man a woman had sex with, you know, that's her husband. And in the scripture just said, because they have cast off their first faith, man. It's rare to see, especially from the black woman, to see the same black woman with the same man that she first had intercourse with. You know, these black women are on to the next, man. You know, they hop on. You know, it's not just 3 rods, man. You know, 30, 20 rods. You know, they cast off their first faith, now it's their husband. In verse 13, and with thou they learn to be idle. And they learn to be idle. It's a lot. Wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not, man. You know, so that explains you women. Let's read that again, man. You know, it says, and with that, they learn to be idol, man. So you women is into idolatry and all that, man. Wandering from house to house, you women, having sneaky links and all that, going from house to house, rod to rod, but tattlers also and busybodies, man. So you women is tattlers, man. You get into an argument, with a black woman. What is she gonna do? She gonna call the cops on you, man. She gonna run to Esau the serpent. And busybodies, man. You women is busybodies, man. Speaking things which they out not, man. So that explains you black women, man. You speak about things that you have no understanding on and think off emotion, man. In verse, verse 14. I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, and give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, man. So at the end of the day, the Lord is commanding, through you women to ultimately, marry and bear children, man, and guide the house. So you women have to guide the house, man. That's your job, man. Because a woman is very important. When it comes to a family structure, the woman is very important, man. So you are telling me that's your job, to guide the house and give no occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, man. So you women is not supposed to be out here entertaining, the adversary, man, which is Esau, Edom, man. You're supposed to stay around your people, man. Stay around your family, not run into the adversary, man. That's off, man. And you crazy black women do that, man. Now let's go to the book of Proverbs. Because you black women are gonna catch it, man. Being thoughts out here, jumping from rod to rod. Alright, let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 19, and it reads, "It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman," man. So at the end of the day, even Solomon himself, Solomon had plenty of women. He had plenty, of you so-called black women, and he knew, man. He said it's better to dwell in the wilderness, man, in the wilderness by himself, than to dwell with a contentious, an angry woman, a woman who's trying to compete with you, a woman who goes crazy, who's angry, man. He said it's better to dwell in the wilderness, man, than you with you wicked ass woman, man. It's better, man. It's better because you black, especially black women, are out of control, man. That shit's annoying. You wonder why, the black man gravitates, away from y'all, man. Because you trying to ultimately, compete with the man. What you can't do, man. It's not possible, man. The man is above you, but if you continue, you black women continue to go on with the oppressor, you continue to disrespect your man, disrespect the black man, and you expect the black man to continue to love you. That's why so-called black men are going to, Edomites, man, going to so-called white women, and the other nations, because ultimately you black women are getting the black man angry. So don't get mad that they're gravitating away from y'all, man. Because at the end of the day, you women are prideful, man. And men do not like that, man, generally speaking, man. And now let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. Go to the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 26. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 22. You want me jumping from rod to rod, and all that, man. This is for y'all, man. This book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 22, and it reads, "And harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband," man. So at the end of the day, an harlot is going to be counted as spittle, man. Like spit, you're going to be useless, man. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband, man. So a married woman, a woman that's, in righteousness and holiness, serving her husband, you know, according to the law, statutes, and commandments, you know, that's a tower against the death of her husband, man. You know, in verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, man. So ultimately, a wicked woman is given portion to a wicked man, man. You know, and I'm not only getting on the black woman in this lesson, but I'm getting on you simps, man, you wicked niggas, man. You know, you got niggas, you know, you feminine niggas are one of the main reasons that these women act like this, man. Because you're not being strong, man. You gotta be a strong man. You gotta understand you're a king. You understand you're above these women, man. You know, so this is you niggas, man, are the main reasons why the black woman especially acts like this. But you know, it was already prophesied that the black woman would be like this at the end of the day. But you men are one of the main reasons for it, man. You know. In verse 24, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband, man. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, a dishonest woman, you know, a woman who lies, you know, contemneth shame. But an honest woman will reverence her husband, man. So a woman who's honest, she's going to give respect to her husband. Reverence meaning respect, man. You know, in verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, man. So at the end of the day, you know, a shameless woman will be counted as a dog, you know, and a female dog meaning a bitch, man. So women are going to be counted as dogs, man. You know, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So at the end of the day, you know, a woman that is shamefaced, who's humble, who's meek, you know, and you know, subjects, you know, to the man. You know, that she's gonna fear the Lord, man. You know, because if you truly fear the Lord, you black woman, if you truly believe in God, you're gonna, you know, be shamefaced, man. You're gonna stop being prideful. You're gonna stop thinking that you're above the man. In verse 26, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all, man. You know, so a woman, you know, that honors her husband, you know, gives reverence to her husband, gives respect to her husband, she's going to be wise, counted as wise. She's going to be a wise woman, man. You know, but she that dishonors him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all, man. So if you continue to dishonor your husband and be prideful against, you know, men, you think men are going to like you? No. This is why men don't like you. But at the end of the day, if you're going to continue to disrespect your man, you know, you claim you believe in God, you know, that's a sin, man. That's a sin according to the Bible, man. In verse 27, a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies, man. In verse 28, there be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war and suffereth poverty, a man of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such as for one word, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know, you women, you know, disrespecting your man, there's gonna be consequences for that, man. You know? And now let's go. Yeah, man, you women is not supposed to teach. You women are supposed to be subject to the man. And I'm gonna show you in the scriptures where it says that the man is above the woman. All right. This book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. And it reads, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. You know, so the head of mankind is Christ, man. And the head of the woman is the man. So the man is above the woman, man. You know? And the head of Christ is God, man. So at the end of the day, you know, the man is above the woman. You know, that's order. That's order right there, man. And it only makes sense because we were made first. The Lord is a man. He's only dealing with a man. In verse, let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 23. Ephesians 5 and 23. And it reads, "For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body," man. So at the end of the day, the husband is above the wife, man. The king is above the queen, man. And you women, and at the end of the day, you women is not queens, man. Because at the end of the day, the word true meaning queen, means that, you're equal unto the king, man. But no, you can't be equal unto the king, man. Because so ultimately, the husband is above the wife, man. And now, we go to the book of, Isaiah. Chapter 32. Go to the book of Isaiah, man. I'm gonna get this quick precept, close it out. We're just flowing through the spirit. All right, we get on you women, man. Especially you women in general, but especially the black women, man. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 9. And it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech," man. So you women have to rise up, man, and give unto the, give heed, unto the work of the Lord, man, and give heed unto the words of the Lord. At verse 10, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come," man. So at the end of the day, in the future, you women are gonna be troubled, man. You women are gonna really be troubled in this time to come, man. At verse 11, "Tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and great sackcloth upon your loins," man. So you women have to, you women have to tremble, the ones that are at ease, man. Because at the end of the day, judgment is gonna come upon this earth. So the only way you women are gonna be protected and ultimately preserved from the judgment that's gonna come is that if you strip yourself, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, meaning that you ultimately become shamefaced and turn unto the Lord, man, and humble down and turn unto the Lord, because that's the only way you're going to be saved, man. So you women, especially you black women, you gotta make sure you wake up, to the work of the Lord before it's too late. But at the end of the day, 2/3. I'm not saying every black woman is like this, but 2/3 of you black women, that's the ones I hate, man. 2/3, man. The majority of you black women, are bug outs and straight demons, man. So you better listen now, or massive judgments coming to y'all, man. Massive judgments coming to y'all. You don't want to be in subjection. You think you're God, man. And first of all, man, if a woman was to say that she was God, man, in the ancient days, she would have her head chopped off, man. Because that's blasphemy according to the scriptures. In the scriptures it says God is a man of war. In the word God is a masculine term, man. So at the end of the day, you black women is not God, man. And you niggas who say that, you simps out there, judgment, is coming to y'all, man. Yahweh Shemi out shy, man. I'm out pop, man. To you niggas, man. May the Lord send judgment upon y'all, man. Shalak Rayam, man. I'm out pop, man. Baba Kasha, Yahweh Shemi out shy. To you niggas, man. May the Lord, please, send destruction upon y'all, man. Yeah, you simps out there, you condoning, the wicked, works of these women. The scripture says if the wicked join hand to hand, they should surely not go unpunished, man. So you simps out there, you niggas want to be the best she ever had. You nice guys, judgment is coming to y'all, man, because you support this shit. Not only, but remember, you are disrespecting the Most High. You're disrespecting masculinity, and God is masculinity, man. So with that, Lord, when we ratify to give our praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh, death to America, and, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Shalak Rayam, Amashapak, 2 2/3, man. Shalom.